Hello everyone, I'm Pixxie from Two Beans in a Pod. You may know me personally or you may know me from our Twitch channel. I'm usually here with Rose, my friend, but today I felt like making a video essay by myself about my life with theater. Because even though I do enjoy gaming, theater is very much a big part of my life and I can't ignore that. So I wanted to talk about it and how everything is changing in the world. So I wanted to talk about theater because it plays a very big role in my life and a lot has been changing for me recently. So I wanted to get it out, not to a friend because sometimes they don't understand. I just wanted to get it out. So here I am making a video essay. Yeah, let's get this going. Do I have a script? No. But I do have an idea of what I want to talk about. Theater has been a part of my life since I can't remember when. I grew up watching my siblings do shows. My sister was the main theater kid. My brother, he would have been amazing in theater, but he decided it wasn't for him. And now here I am, the only kid in my family that still does theater. And I've been doing less and less because I'm a psychology major at college. And it's kind of sad because I love being in shows and acting. And I used to be in like 5 shows a year, but now I'm only in 2, if 2. At least I'm always in 1. And part of me misses being in 5 shows a year. That keeps me busy, but sadly, I do have to focus on my major because I really do love being a psychology major. I love the research, I love the people, I love just everything about psychology, and I hope to become a psychologist one day and be able to help the world in that sense. But I've always wanted to help the world in a creative way as well, and theater has been my outlet. I've always been a little curvy and not exactly the one that looks like a princess. I remember once I was casted as Cinderella in Into the Woods, and I literally cried. Because I never thought I was going to be cast as a princess, because I do not look like your typical princess. And that production of Into the Woods has been one of my favorites shows I've ever been in. I still think about it to this day and I still miss it, and I hope I will get the chance to play Cinderella again in that show because I love Stephen Sondheim and I love the song No One Is Alone. But that hope for me to play Cinderella again is slowly fading. This year I have auditioned for 7 shows and I've gotten called back for 3 and casted in 1. To be fair, I did send an audition just yesterday, but I didn't get called back, so that show is included. Now, part of the reason I haven't been casted is because of my conflicts, which, if my mom were helping me with auditions, she would say, don't put your conflicts in, because that just makes you uncastable. And part of me wants to do that, but then another part of me doesn't want to lie and then get stressed out when I can't make it to rehearsal when I said I could. I've gone from auditioning for a bunch of shows and getting cast in almost all of them to auditioning for just a few shows and barely getting cast. Part of that is because I'm auditioning for less shows, but this year I've auditioned for 7 shows, which is more than I usually do ever since I got to college. Most of the time I would just audition for 3 once I started going to college, but this year I miss theater. I'm gonna start auditioning again. And I've gotten cast only once. To be fair, we are only almost halfway through the year, so there's plenty of more. But it's kind of heartbreaking to go from getting cast in almost every single show you audition for to getting cast in almost none of them. Now, luckily, I do minor in theater, so I still get that theatrical part of my life, but it doesn't always fulfill what I need. I need a show. And I do work at a theater myself as a dresser who helps people with their costumes, but I still miss being on stage and watching the show. Recently, I've taken some directing classes and I've really enjoyed directing. It's a way for me to not have to stress about memorizing, but still getting to enjoy the show and the process itself. I would love to direct more shows, but with how young I am and being a woman, I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get. Now, back to what I said earlier. I'm curvy. I am not your typical princess-looking person. And that applies to all parts of theater. I don't get called back for leading roles because I don't look like that. And I only really get considered for the motherly characters, which is weird because I'm pretty young, and I've always been pretty young, and all I've wanted to do is play the leading lady in one show, and yet I haven't been able to. I know Cinderella might count, but it was Into the Woods Junior, so I wouldn't say it counts because she is not very much in the first act of Into the Woods. So, for people who are curvy like me, most of the time we are stuck backstage. And sometimes it's really nice. I do enjoy working backstage. I love all aspects of theater, so I'm happy to be placed wherever they need me. But I did grow up wanting to be on Broadway and being an actress, but slowly I have been losing more and more hope about ever getting paid to act. I do love community theater, and I do love the opportunities they give people in community theater, but I'm getting cast less in community theater shows, so what do? I would love to get back into taking voice lessons and dancing lessons and all that stuff, but I cannot afford that. And not a lot of people do straight plays. Not a lot of community theaters do straight plays, and that's what I've been getting cast in recently. So I don't have that many opportunities unless it's at my school. And luckily, I have been cast in 2 of my school's, like, season shows, which was very exciting. And I've been cast in their little black box theater as well, which is very nice as well. I'm very thankful for those opportunities I've gotten. But I'm stuck with the same people, and I miss meeting new people and meeting new friends. So I'm like, oh, I'll just go do community theater. In the town where I go to college, there's only one community theater that I can think of, and it's hard to know when their auditions are. I'm planning to audition for their fall show. They only do 2 shows a year, one in the spring and then one during the summer. And usually I am not at my college town during the summer because I have a job at my hometown. And sadly, I need to work my job to get rent. I work at a theater, and I am very thankful for working at that theater because I get paid well, and it's an amazing job, and I love my boss for letting me come back every summer and every Christmas. But it takes up a lot of my time during the night, and that's when rehearsals happen for theater, and so I'm not able to be in shows during the summer or during Christmas. I'm taking this very seriously, and I don't know why, but I am. I don't have a script, but I'm trying to sound smart. I love theater so much. I love working backstage, I love directing, I love acting, I love singing, I love dancing. I love almost every aspect of it, except sometimes the people, because the people can be a pain. But theater has become this community where I'm from, where it's all the same people getting cast over and over again. It's hard to get in if you don't know anybody. And theater used to be this place where it was a way to escape, at least for me. And now that I've been auditioning for less shows and don't know as many people as I used to, I don't get cast because I don't have connections. And it breaks my heart because I love being in shows. I love storytelling. I love everything about it. I just love theater. And I want to keep doing theater. But it does get tiring. They expect you to be completely free for them. And it's hard because I am not a theater major. And I never wanted to be a theater major. Now, if I were a theater major, I would be getting all those dancing lessons and singing lessons that I wish I could still do, but I've never wanted to be a theater major. I did audition for my school's BFA program and I didn't get in, which I think was a blessing in disguise, because if I had been forced to do the things that I love, I don't think I would enjoy it anymore, because I have lost the love for theater many times before, and I keep on coming back to it because it means something to me. Now, I don't really know where I was going with this video, other than I miss being in shows and being able to act. I just wanted to get it out and get all my thoughts out. There's a part of me that thinks I will go back to school after I get my master's in psychology and maybe be a theater major, but I don't know. depending on how the world works, depending how my life works out, I might be able to. But I guess we'll have to see. Thank you for watching this video. It will be hopefully the first of many video essays on this channel. I might be making some, Rose might be making some. I haven't talked with her yet, but we will be discussing. I just think it's a good way to get ourselves out there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please consider subscribing to this channel on YouTube and of course to our Twitch channel, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at 2beansinapod. All platforms. Thank you.